Today I will be discussing Hurricane Nate and the havoc it wreaked on Central America this past October. Additionally, I will be discussing what hurricanes are, what causes them, and how they are classified. This topic relates to Module number 7 and Lab number 7, in which we learned about tropical cyclones and the effects they have. What is a hurricane? A hurricane, also known as a tropical cyclone, is a rapidly rotating system characterized by strong winds, a low-pressure center, a closed low-level atmospheric circulation, and an arrangement of thunderstorms. To be classified as a hurricane, a system must have winds greater than or equal to 74 miles per hour. The term hurricane is actually only employed if the system forms over the Atlantic or Eastern Pacific Oceans. Systems such as this that form in the western North Pacific or the Philippines are called typhoons, while systems like this that form in the Indian or South Pacific Oceans are called cyclones. Why do hurricanes occur? Hurricanes form near the equator over warm ocean waters. The following are the 4 stages a system must pass through to become a hurricane: tropical disturbance, tropical depression, tropical storm, and tropical cyclone, also known as hurricane. Stage 1. Tropical disturbance. A hurricane starts out as a tropical disturbance, which occurs when the water vapor from a warm ocean condenses, creating clouds that release heat into the air. This warm air ascends and is drawn into the cloud column, which continues to grow until a weather pattern develops and wind begins to move around a center. This column moves around and combines with more clouds, eventually turning into a cluster of thunderstorm clouds. This cluster is what you call a tropical disturbance. When wind speeds get up to 25 miles per hour, the tropical disturbance becomes a tropical depression. Stage 2. Tropical depression. As the tropical disturbance continues to grow, the air at the top of the cloud column cools, becoming less stable and more volatile. However, the heat energy released from the cooling water vapor warms up the clouds. This causes an uptick in pressure which propels the wind outwards. All of this movement causes the pressure at the surface to decline and the air at the surface to shift towards the low pressure area. This in turn makes the air rise and generates more thunderstorms. The wind speed also begins to increase, and when it hits 39 miles per hour, the tropical depression is upgraded to a tropical storm. Stage 3. Tropical storm. At this stage, the winds in the system begin to blow more rapidly and start circulating around the eye of the storm. This is also when the wind direction becomes counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Stage 4. Tropical cyclone, aka hurricane. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when its winds reach 74 miles per hour. At this stage, the system is at least 50,000 feet high and approximately 125 miles across. How are hurricanes classified? There are 5 different categories that hurricanes can fall into. Hurricanes are categorized by wind speed and by the level of damage that they cause upon landfall. Category 1. A Category 1 hurricane has winds between 74 miles per hour and 95 miles per hour. A Category 1 hurricane causes minimal damage upon landfall. Category 2. A Category 2 hurricane has winds between 96 miles per hour and 110 miles per hour. A Category 2 hurricane causes a moderate level of damage upon landfall. Category 3. A Category 3 hurricane has winds between 111 miles per hour and 129 miles per hour. A Category 3 hurricane causes extensive damage upon landfall. Category 4. A Category 4 hurricane has winds between 130 miles per hour and 156 miles per hour. A Category 4 hurricane causes extreme damage upon landfall. Category 5. A Category 5 hurricane has winds of 157 miles per hour or greater. A Category 5 hurricane causes catastrophic damage. Hurricane Nate. Though it is mostly identified as Tropical Storm Nate in the media, the system actually gained Category 1 hurricane status. Hurricane Nate occurred between October 4th and October 11th of 2017. Hurricane Nate caused widespread destruction in Central America before making landfall on the U.S. Gulf Coast. This hurricane had 45 fatalities and caused over $185 million in damages. Hurricane Nate's highest winds were 90 miles per hour, and the main areas it affected include Louisiana, Mississippi, Cuba, Alabama, Costa Rica, Honduras, Nicaragua, the Cayman Islands, the Yucatan Peninsula, and Atlantic Canada. Conclusion. Thank you for watching my video about Hurricane Nate. I hope you learned a lot about this destructive hurricane and its tragic consequences. Additionally, I hope you gained a better understanding of hurricanes in general.